religion in my household. Oh, thanks. This is going to go really well. All right. Yeah, when I was growing up, my parents' position on religion was the same as their position on sex education. They were like, yeah, he'll figure it out. Yeah, there's plenty of ways he can pick it up off the streets. And there's that older kid that lives down the block who might show him some Jesus videos. Maybe he'll find a discarded Bible under a bush. Sure, some of the pages might be stuck together, but he'll get the idea. The one thing my parents did have to say on the subject is, if you're going to be praying in the shower, be careful how much hot water you're using. There's other people that live here too. Yeah, so I didn't have religion at all. Instead, I had movies. So I watched a lot of movies as a kid. My place of worship was the Church of Blockbuster. And everything that I knew about religion was what I had seen in Indiana Jones movies. It was like, all right, the religious people, their faces melt off, and everyone else is okay. As long as you close your eyes and pretend like nothing is happening. Yeah, I watched a lot of movies probably before I was old enough before I should have. For example, when I was 10 years old, my favorite movie of all time when I was 10 was the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger film, Commando. It was so awesome. If you haven't seen Commando, just to give you an idea of what it's about, it's basically, the premise is, how many weapons can Arnold Schwarzenegger carry, and how many bad guys can he kill with them? It's like a 10-year-old boy's dream. I watched this movie so many times. All my 5th grader friends would come over. We'd all watch Commando, and we loved it. We watched it so many times, and then my new friend Greg came over, and Greg was something called a Mormon. But I didn't know what that entailed until I tried to get him to watch Commando. And I was like, dude, you haven't seen Commando? We gotta watch Commando right now. And he's like, yeah, it sounds cool. What's it rated? And I was like, well, it's rated R, because it's awesome. And he's like, I can't watch it. That's against my religion. And I was like, oh, dude, buddy, it's cool. I'm not gonna tell anybody. No one's gonna find out. No one's gonna know. And he's like, yeah, but I will know. And I was like, it's like, that is some brainwashing power that my 10-year-old brain cannot comprehend. It's like, what kind of evil organization would deprive a 10-year-old boy of hearing such amazing one-liners? Like at the end of the movie, when Arnold Schwarzenegger throws a pipe through the guy and sticks in him, and then there's like steam coming out, and he's like, let off some steam, Bennett. Or like in the middle of the movie when he's like holding the guy by his leg over the cliff, and he's like, remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. So good. Okay, my favorite one is when he's on the airplane and he breaks the dude's neck that's sitting next to him, and then he puts a pillow and a blanket on him, and then the flight attendant comes by and he says, don't disturb my friend, he's dead tired. So awesome. I was like, okay, fine, Greg, we're not gonna watch Commando, but you're in luck, because my second favorite movie, I think you'll really be able to identify with. It's a movie about a charismatic leader that uses fear to get his followers to do, he gets the kids to work in diamond mines, he gets the adults let him rip out their hearts while they're still alive. And that movie's called Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. He was like, oh, I don't know about that. Hearts ripping out? That's gotta be rated R. I'm like, nope, PG. So we're in the clear. So I was really confused about the whole religion thing because I had this other friend, Matt, who he was like this Christian guy. His dad was a pastor, and we watched Commando all the time. So I asked Matt, why is your religion different that you're allowed to watch Commando and Greg isn't? And Matt was like, oh, I'm not allowed to watch Commando. Every time I go home, I have to pray for forgiveness. All right, thanks guys, I'm DJ Huff.